Baby, there's a package here for you.
Wow, that's a big box.
I know. It says it's from Watcho.
Really? What, in that box?
It says on it that there's a bear in it.
A bear? I'm gonna need some survival tools. Some bear survival tools. So Watcho have sent me this LUMINOX, and I have not featured a LUMINOX on my channel. And I must add that Watch Geek did do a review, and I have to be honest, was I really impressed? Well, the overall look was impressive. What I wasn't impressed about was the price. Now, this version here is a little bit cheaper, around about sort of 500. I will be reviewing this after pounds, but is it actually worth it? Now, without actually having the watch to hand, how are you supposed to evaluate this answer? Well, hopefully I can answer that for you today. I must say a huge thank you to Watcho.co.uk for giving me the opportunity to review a LUMINOX for the first time. So I will look after it and return it safely. So the LUMINOX is sent in by Watcho for me to review, but the night vision demo tool with the UV light is actually a gift from them to say a thank you. So I really appreciate that, because you know how I like my UV lighting. So this is the first time I've seen a LUMINOX, so I'm going to do sort of a live unboxing so I can really give you my impression. So I'm not going to go too much into the detail of this card because I've already done it. What I'm going to do is take it off very gently and not knock it against the camera. Now, I'm greeted with a nice LUMINOX badge there. The sort of material on the case is very much like my G-Shock case, and it has that exoskeleton sort of rib on there. That is all printed on there, and there is the underside there. I know that there has been rumours there are fakes around, so I'm going to show you all the details. So if you need a comparison video, then this is the one you can use. And there is the sticker. So it's a Bear Grylls Survival Land 3780 series black dial, and it has the black strap and it has that number there. Very military style. So let's get inside and have a look. Not sure if there really is a bear in there, so ready for this. Oh, it is just a watch. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting a compass. Well, that's a nice addition. There is a lot going on in here. I have to be honest, it does look rather plasticky. Now, this is why I'm going to review this watch, because seeing these watches on the websites, they're not actually showing you the proper details. Now, I need to take this out and show you guys exactly what it offers. Like to point out that Mr. Grylls doesn't actually grill any bears. He's actually a survivalist, and he's on television, and he's included some information with the watch, how to use a shadow stick, and some lovely written poetry there. Oh, that's a good saying, never give up. I totally agree with that. And this other book here, what is this about? Please remember can-do formula. Not sure if I can crack that code. Please remember what's first. I can't even remember what's last. Rescue. I'm hoping that I don't get into that situation. Food and drink. Now we're talking. Yeah, that could be a handy book. International warranty card. Hopefully I don't need that. Instructions. Well, with my tutorial, you won't need this. Does it have all the languages? Yes. Well, this is going to take me a little while to learn all that. You haven't come here to read all these books. You want to know, like me, if this can actually grill a bear. So on the strap, you have 4 inches. Are you boasting, Mr. Grylls? And on the other side, we have it in centimetres. Finished off with LUMINOX there. Is there anything on the other side? Yes, we have 1 kilometre, 1.5. I guess that's for reading maps or for the scale. And then you have a nice buckle with a rain jacket on. And on the underside, oh, hang on, we've got something very interesting here. Well, 24, I take it that's the width of the strap. This looks like Morse code, and I would say yes, it is. Well, that's quite handy. Genuine rubber, that's quite comical. And then you have Morse code with the numbers. And this is very rubbery and silicone-y. It's nice. I actually kind of like that with all the information. Very useful. Now, what's on the back case here? Oh, it's got a stainless steel screw down base. It's got a stainless steel... Oh, helicopter. Got a screw down stainless steel. A stainless steel... Oh, never give up. Wow. I think they found me. LUMINOX Swiss made Bear Grylls with this design here. I'm not sure what that is. Is that for the X? Is that for an X? LUMINOX? LUMINOX. It's a LUMINOX X. I don't know what that means. It's that part of the video. Oh, the satisfaction on that. Oh, it's actually left an imprint on that. Very sunburst here. So it's mineral crystal. We have a serial number there. Then you have the model number. And then it's I didn't know it was 200 meters. And it's water resistant at 200 meters. Damn, that is pretty good. And it has Carbonox case. Wow, this is getting more and more interesting. The further I get into this watch, the more I keep discovering. Now, I'm very curious about the bezel here. Does it move? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't actually. Does it move? Is it supposed to move? I don't know. Kilowatts, move. Oh, no, I don't know. The bezel doesn't turn. I'm trying to turn it, but it feels like it's actually fixed. But then again, reading the information on there, it looks like that's all very part of the chronograph, especially when it says the walking there. Just want a bit more detail on the buckle. Now I've removed the rain jacket, and now it has LUMINOX there. And I must say that even though it says stainless steel on the back, it feels like it's actually made of alloy. It sort of has quite a lightness to it. And it has some drilled ends there for easy removing from the spring pins. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. But what I want to know is how light it is. Now that is 89 grams. Width is only 26.2. That can't be right. Oops, I've got the compass. Wow, look at this. And this has a bezel. Now we're flowing. Look at that. I like that. Look, it has LUMINOX on the back. This is a lovely bit of detail. I'm liking it. And it's domed as well. And the compass isn't luminous. Let's measure the case. So the case width is 49 millimeters. Case width with the crown is 51.6. Lug width is 54.2. Thickness 14.6. And we know the lug width is 24. It's actually 23.5. My calipers are carbon fibre composite. And so is Mrs. Rangeman's Instinct. Still smells of her. So looking up close at Mrs. Rangeman's Instinct, you can see that this is in really, really good condition. And I mean, she does a lot of ironing and hoovering, and I'm joking. She does a lot of activities with this watch. She has a lot of walking and all those sort of things. I mean, look how many steps she's done today. Look at the bezel. It's just in really, really good condition. So if I compared that with stainless steel, like on my Seiko tuner here. I mean, look at the shroud. This is what stainless steel gets up to. I mean, look at the stainless steel and how scratched and beaten up that looks. Whereas on the carbon, this actually doesn't have this. It has no signs of showing this. So if you want your watch to look amazing and still have all those adventures, then this is the material. And maybe this is why you're paying a little bit more for them. I like the pushers where it has this barrel on the outside, and then the actual end of the pusher there has that sort of sunburst machine effect, and that's repeated on the other one. And also the sunburst is on the end of the crown, and it has the LUMINOX etched in there. And the orange, that is actually rubberized, and it is screw down crown as well, being that it is 200 meters. Look at that, you can actually see the thread in there. So how does the movement work? Well, you just turn it clockwise and it goes like that, and then anti-clockwise it goes reverse. And look at the hands, they are brushed. I love the style of them, and they have that black stripe going through the middle, so it's actually got a little bit of a machining edge there, and they're tipped off in orange, and then they have those luminous parts at the end. I really like the design of those. And then the second hand, that's part of the chronograph, that is tipped with orange. And then we have the two subdials, and this is your main second hand, like so, and that's blacked and it's tipped with the orange, and it has a little white triangle, and underneath it has never give up. Well, hopefully you don't. And this side is the chronograph, and we're timing up to 30 minutes on there. Then it has 200 meters. You have a waffle dial, I've just noticed, and then it has Swiss made, and then it has the T25, which is the 25 years of tritium. And then on the outside there, on the chapter ring, it's painted. It looks like it's silver. There is no loom on this, and that part anyway. And then on the outer chapter ring you have the very fine second markers and the minute markers, and then it's numbered all the way up to the 60 point, and that's a matte finish. And then at the bottom there at 6 o'clock you have the date, so I'm just gonna forward that. You have to wind it a little bit before it snaps, so there, like so. Very nice. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to pull the crown out to the second position, hack the time. I want to know when the date changes, so let's have a little look at this. So 11 o'clock, and oh, we have some movement at 20 past. Now what's that going to do? Oh, bang on, 12 o'clock. That is what I like. And then I'm just going to push the crown in and give that a screw down. Look at that. Oh, it's got quite a thread on that. So that's that side. What about the chronograph side? So this is start stop. Give that a start. There it's using the main second hand there. That looks like it's hitting the markers absolutely perfect. Look at that. Yeah, liking that. So that's nice start stop. Does it have the lap feature? Push that. Now that had nice little sort of feedback there, had a nice firm click. So let's push that in, and yes it does. Now I want to see what it looks like when it clicks over. Look at that, really all the way to the end and still hitting every marker. So what is that? There it goes, jumps the minute hand. Look at that, that's really cool, like that. Just going to stop the chronograph there, and then by pushing the bottom button here, then it all resets like so. But I've been playing, and if I started the chronograph like that, just out of the curiosity, if I unscrew the crown and then pull this out to the first position and then to the second position, the second hand there, or from the chronograph, whizzes back to 0. Now I thought it might have some calibration features here by pushing the pushers, but it doesn't, so this must be geared permanently. So in this case it does never need calibration, which is actually a very good thing. Must add that the crystal is very, very clear. It looks like it does have some AR on it, and it does have the presence of that could be sapphire. It says it's mineral crystal, so I'll just go along with that. The good thing about mineral crystal is that if you hit it, it only cracks, whereas sapphire, if you hit it too hard, then it can shatter. So I think mineral crystal, especially in sort of like these harsher environments, sometimes can be better. That's just my opinion. Right, now for the most important part, the lume, the tritium lume. And I just want to point out that the tritium is only on the hour marker there, on the 12, on the 3, the 6 and the 9, and then you'll have them on the hands. And the 12 o'clock will be in orange, and so with the hands, and the 3, 6 and 9 will be in green. So I'm going to turn the light off. The thing is, it's not going to be super bright on the camera, and let's just turn it off so you can actually see what's going on. So there is on the hour hand there, orange. There is the 12 o'clock. Then we've got the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock with the orange minute hand. And then you have the 9 o'clock there. It's not super bright, but what's really good, because once your eyes adjusted, this is that constant level of this brightness. And also it is very, very sharp as well. Unlike lume, where that sort of grades out, it sort of fades out through the night and then becomes quite sort of quite patchy, whereas this just looks so much pure. It is very, very odd to see this material. I mean, for me, I won't realize this till later in the night. So I'm just sort of giving you my first time experience. This is the first time I've actually seen the tritium tubes in sort of person. So let's hit some light so you can see it's like so. Let's turn the lights back off. And it does have that as sort of initial brightness, but that's because of the camera, and it's adjusting back down to sort of darkness. Here's some photos that I've taken still using sort of night shots, so with a long exposure, so you can really get to see the lume and appreciate it more. Showing you using my UV light here, I'm going to show you that there is no lume, but look at that popping on that tritium. Very, very nice. But when I turn the light off, you see that it's bright and then it dulls down and then it just settles, and that's it for the next 25 years until you turn the light on. Now, just with some thinking of my own, why would they not use lume? Well, sometimes having that bright lume, you can't really do anything with it. You can't adjust it. You can't turn it down. It's just going to be permanently on. So maybe sometimes you want to be a little bit more stealthy, and having the tritium not being so bright, it works better being close to you. Well, that would make logic sense, wouldn't it? And now for the night vision. Are you ready for this? There you go, I'll just leave it there. And they've included 4 Duracell batteries. Always visible, constant glow for up to 25 years with a LUMINOX sticker there. And this is all made of metal, and the red bits are rubberized. Looks like a hairdryer though. Very, very unusual. But what's really unusual, it's got a hole all the way through, but when I push this little button here on the handle, it illuminates a little UV bulb. How strange! And that's all it does. So what does it do? Well, let me show you. I'm going to put this over my lens on the camera, and then using my Seiko here, I'm going to slap that on the end. It's already got a little bit of lume. Now I'm going to push the button, and what that's going to do is charge up the lume. And then when I release the button, look at that! How impressive is that? Can't stop there. I'm going to try my ocean anus. Put that over there, give it a little blast. Look at that, glowing all blue. And let's undo the button. Wow, that is impressive. I've now got the LUMINOX set up at the end. You watch this. My God, look at that tritium glow. That is insane. That is just crazy. What an unusual gadget. Well, I am really liking that tritium. That is really, dunno, it's spoiling me. So a huge thank you to Watcho for this very unusual UV torch. Never seen anything like it. And with a little bit of YouTubing, I think I might be the actual first to show this off. Anyway, I'm going to have plenty of use with this in my future tutorials. Haha, that's why you sent it, Watcho, isn't it? So for me to give you an honest opinion, I need to go away and wear this watch to really sort of test it. And I might actually put the little compass on as well. Now, looking at Mrs. Rangeman's Instinct, there isn't a mark on it. So this is starting to make sense why Bear Grylls has chosen this material. Now, it doesn't feel cheap in the hand, which is quite unusual, and it does have that sort of composite look as well. It doesn't look cheap plastic, but looking at the dial, you can actually tell that it is of something quality, and then having the little Swiss made in there sort of ups the game a little bit, I guess. Anyway, what I'm looking forward to is actually having some tritium lume tonight. Now that's going to be exciting. Anyway, I'm going to give this a good test and show you my thoughts soon. Did you know that fibre composite or Carbonox can be lighter than steel? It's also stronger as it can be engineered and designed to be strong in a specific direction while keeping light. It's corrosion resistant and it's non-conductive. And this is why the majority of watch companies use stainless, because it's cheap. Think about that. The process for fibre composite also means there's no imperfections hidden inside, unlike stainless. This was my main concern about this watch. but after my testing, it's perfect to what it was designed for and has answered my curiosity. If it was stainless, it would be scratched, dented and possibly bent with my treatment. Yet looking at it before me, it still looks like it did a few days ago. G-Shocks have models now using Fibre composite. My two Garmin's are Fibre composite, and these aren't cheap. Even my HPI Racing Pro RC buggy uses Fibre composite. The RONDA 5021D movement is precise, and I like how the chronograph works independently from the main time, making it more accurate from go. And being that I'm more into quartz, makes it my best choice with regards to toughness. The build is flawless, even with a loop. The detailing is so pleasing on the eye. The Tritium loom is the side that has really taken my excitement to a glowing level. You can read the time instantly in the dark, even in those dusk and dawn times. But once your eyes are accustomed to darkness, those Tritium rods look even sharper and wider too. The design is just lovely, but it's practical, and the choice of textures and finishes works. I feel such an idiot now with regards to Fibre composite, which was stopping me from looking at LUMINOX further, and thanks to Watcho, I can now see beyond that. Just to add, I've kept this on the day I opened it, and not once did it feel uncomfortable, even when covered in mud. I've really enjoyed this watch. And what impresses me is just how amazing it still looks, after a nice hot soak in the bath, of course. In fact, if you put the tag back on the strap and apply the protective film, and with some WatchUP 69 cheekiness, sell this watch as new and unworn. I'm joking, of course. I hope this answers all your questions and gives you a better understanding to LUMINOX. Thanks again, Watcho, and just to add, Watcho offer 3 years on these Lumi Bears. As always, that's the time, the Bear Grylls time, chronograph, and that amazing 25-year life of Tritium. Thanks for watching.